Obviously, a murderer, if you believe in the death penalty as I do, you want to have the option of executing a murderer. You wouldn't do that to a graffiti writer.
We caught a freshly painted double R, and we spent about 3 hours in it. No, it's not. We were tagging with the unis, then the minis, then the Marbies, then the pilots, then the flow pens, and we were doing clouds around the tags and 3Ds on the tags. We just, for the double R's to have a clean car back then like that, we just had an orgasm.
52 cars rolled out. 52 cars went out. The full phantom, ready to rock music. 52 bars come out. Check it.
Okay, boys, ready? 31 seconds. I'll start with Q anyways there, Cree, so you can hold off. You have to pull your mic close to you because it's not that great.
Getting a good angle.
All right, that was A Tribe Called Red. We're giving away tickets to A Tribe Called Red today. In studio with me now is Q-Rock.
Hey,
welcome.
What's up, everybody?
Q. Q is QT. Is that what it's for? Q is because you're cute?
Nope.
Oh, that's what I thought it was. What is it, Cree? What does Q stand for?
Yeah, Skibby's right here.
Creeazn also in studio joining us. Welcome to the show, Cree.
What up?
Nice to see you.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's that you guys are late.
We're owls, man. We work at night.
Oh, so this morning show stuff's not that easy.
No, unless it's, we still get it in, but it's definitely a challenge.
It's a challenge.
Thank you for
a journey.
being here. Q-Rock, I play your stuff because I love your track Ghost Dance.
Chamigwech, thank you very much.
You're Anishinaabe.
Yes, Ojibwe, Haida, and Cree.
Haida and Cree. Holy, you're just the League of Nations over there.
I'm Canada.
I'm Canada. I want to play this track for listeners, and then I want to talk about it because I think it's prolific. I think it's profound. I think it moves people to a different place. It's almost, I would say it walks a fine line of the realm this song takes you. It takes your spirit elsewhere.
It was a really fun song to write. It came really fast, and I was really grateful to have the producer give me the beat, because when he gave it to me, he called it Ghost Dance before I even started writing to it.
No way.
So the song kind of wrote itself. And I was already learning about the Bovoka and the story of the Ghost Dance, and it just came together really easily for me. So it's a blessing. I'm grateful to have that, because that song was one of the more popular songs on the album.
All right, let's play it. Here's Ghost Dance, Q-Rock.
By the late 1880s, a message of hope spread across the Great Plains. It was called the Ghost Dance, a dance to restore the past when Indian nations were free.
Smoke signals. Yeah. Floor phantom. What's up? Q-Rock. Smoke signals. My smoke signals. Ghost dance for my natives in the back who never had a chance, who never had a hand. Ghost dance for my natives in the front, smoking on a blunt, still doing what they want. Ghost dance for my natives on the side, loose strings are tied and two worlds collide. Ghost dance for my drug dealer natives, my slug peeler natives, my thug feeling natives. Ghost dance for all the ladies in the shelters when nobody helps you except for the cause they dealt you. Ghost dance for all the children that's abused, for all the children that my natives family lose. Ghost dance for my natives that fight when picking up a mic, do what you like. Go ghost dance for my natives that survived, for my natives that died but I wish they was alive. alive. Ghost dance for my natives with cancers, for my grandmas and grandpas. Ghost dance, young people, it's not about cash. Don't grow up too fast, it goes in the flash. Ghost dance, go stand for something. My ghost dance with ghost hands, but not go hunting. Ghost dance, that's when I say go phantom. Ready to rock Zulu Kings, last one standing. Ghost dance for thunder beams. My stone people now see what the sun is seeing. Ghost dance, a grown man not afraid to hold hands. Come on kids, come on grams, let's go ghost dance. Go dance for humanity, this is the last chance. Who's gonna stand with me? Ghost dance, go ghost dance, go ghost dance, go ghost dance.
Dance to restore the past, when Indian nations were free.
Ghost dance, ready to rock.
There's an annual powwow every Labor Day weekend. This is in the Bronx, this part at the end. It was shot in Toronto, my reserve in New York. I grew up in all three of those places, so I wanted this video to reflect where I really come from.
And now you're here in Edmonton?
I'm here just to visit, do shows, and workshop, and build with this brother right here.
All right, Q-Rock, Ghost Dance, my favorite track. Let's talk about your music. You were speaking as we were playing that about your new stuff. It's edgier.
Yes, a lot more. I was challenged by some of my elders to come up with a really positive message as my first album, my first first introduction to the public. I was always like breaking. I was always a graffiti writer, and I was a cypher MC, which was more freestyling and just kicking it with my friends. But I got challenged to do Smoke Signals. I have a new album coming out that is it complements Smoke Signals, and it's called Pass the Torch. And it plays all the same themes, and it all has different messages and different teachings. But I have a new album that I'm working on right now with a producer from Toronto. His name is Sprox, Big Sprox. And this new album is called Stolen Land, and it's very political. It's very edgy, but it's classy. I'm here to outclass people. I'm not here to try to play their games. I grew up, I grew up tough, but I also learned how to kill people with kindness. And this new album, Stolen Land, is really going to open up some eyes.
Stolen Land. That sounds a little political.
Absolutely, and it has to be from our perspective now. Like, I think we've played in terms of like their rules into their agenda. Like we've been going with the rules for a long time, and I'm kind of just realizing from the examples that have been set from great leaders before me that there's always room for the voiceless, and as soon as you can get that foot in the door, then it's your opportunity to be heard, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get heard so people can hear an Anishinaabe man that's not, feeding into exploiting his culture, but actually trying to put it out there in a positive light.
You're Anishinaabe. You're not from this territory.
Nah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Toronto. I live there now. I was born on my reserve, Nipissing First Nation, and I grew up back and forth from New York City and Toronto. So.
And you're here in Edmonton working with this incredible artist, Creeazn.
I'm lucky to be blessed to have the opportunity to even just be building with Creeazn. I'm grateful because, in so many ways, it's not just one thing I can predict. I can put on it. I can't pinpoint one thing, but the creator definitely put us together, and I'm grateful for that. And we've been building. We're working on theater plays right now. We have some amazing things coming up and surprising everybody. We're both really creative minds, and together it's just a deadly force.
He is a saint. He does have this halo above him.
Shut up.
He's well loved, that's for sure. Q-Rock is in studio joining me. People can get your music on iTunes, YouTube. Where else can they look you up?
You can download my free music at SoundCloud. Under Q-Rock Ski.
Q is Q-U-E, by the way.
Yes. I changed my name up on YouTube for different reasons. Like, I write graffiti, so sometimes the law is trying to catch me for doing illegal
Let's talk about graffiti and its importance and what it represents in the colonial state for you.
To me, it's it's expressions. You know, like it's really powerful. Graffiti is a very unique art form in a sense where it's really like it's really free. There's no restriction. There's no rules. There's no someone telling me I can't mix this color with that color, or I can't. You know, no one's telling me what I can and can't do in it. And the thing I like about graffiti is that a lot of the aerosol writers that I grew up with, they were politically putting out messages, you know, in the city, because a lot of them, when they were bombing trains, which just means not actually putting on bombs, but graffitiing trains up, writing up trains. When they did it, they would say, like, you know, stop the violence, or, you know, watch out for AIDS. AIDS is the new killer, or, you know. And then I grew up watching writers from, obviously, the 80s, 1980s. And so, like, I'm trying to bring that back with my own style, with I Don't Know More, you know, just trying to put out messages out there for natives, you know, whether it's just something small saying peace, my natives, or, you know, it could be a character that has a, you know, really strong looking character that has like a, you know, appropriate regalia on, you know what I mean? And that's all I'm trying to do with that.
At it again, it's Q-Rock, ready to rock, the beginning, no end.
52 cars roll out.
How has the I Don't Know More movement shifted you as an artist?
It shifted me as a human being. Just, you know, connected me with my people, spread across all over the place. And, you know, they have us spread out all over the place now, and it's hard for us to get together. And that was just like, that was the perfect reason right there. You know, it's the perfect reason for all of us to get together again and start to share our stories and start to support each other again. Support is such a powerful thing. Support your local everything. If I suggest anything and you get a message from me today, it's support your local everything. Whether it's whether it's just a vegetable stand or whether it's just a mom and pop shop at the corner, because that means everything.
I think our paths definitely been aligned for good reasons. Just the fact, just last time he was here, we created like 3 plays just on the go, and we never were on that tip ever to think that we were gonna ever make a play or a theater show. For us, we're street dancers, so we do street theater already. If we do hitting, you know, street hitting, or if we do performances, we've had that sense of storytelling since the get-go. It's with hip hop and storytelling it's nothing new, and I think we've really tapped into that frequency, and for us to be put together, it just makes this frequency even more stronger, because just the ideas that we brought together, when he speaks of an idea, then I'll speak of an idea. It just creates. It's really organic. It's just natural. Just one of the plays we were working on. It's nothing new. It's just we feel like our story, the way we're telling it, is really relevant, and also from experiences like some of the stuff we've just this past weekend we got like part of our script because we ran into the authorities on some funny stuff. Just a quick how what happened was. Brother Q-Rock here got mistaken for someone else, and so they had this really bogus description as it was a man in all black running, and this native's here.
Oh, so this Indian here with the long braid wearing a black jacket.
But they had no
Clearly
description.
Clearly, although you're wearing a polo shirt, I don't know.
No, but he had all black that night. Yeah. But they had no description of a braid, so like, come on, man, like they're just looking for anybody. He was running all happy, so luckily I got him out of that situation in good terms, and we definitely got some script for our play from that. So it's a lot of our stuff is coming from experience, like from my late Ma's story.
You know what? We need to tell Ma Duke's story because we haven't shared that, and I think it's important that people know that these things happen in our city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, just to touch on the topic is basically my mom was part of the sweatbox situation where they took her and a bunch of her friends and drove around for like 4 hours, and plus, you know, it was plus weather. Mm-hmm. And if you drive around with no ventilation, no water, you know, people leave their dogs inside of in the cars, and they get charged. But these individuals took human beings and left them in the back of a van, and they only got a tap on the wrist. And for me, it's just like it really bothered me because I was seeing my mom she was always living in fear because of that. I think she was trying to fight against that though too, go to court. She wanted to give up, and I think, you know, she was afraid. She wanted something to happen, but at the same time, I think she was her life felt threatened. Like, she would tell me everything was okay, but just as a son, I always knew something was uneasy with her. And every time authority came around, so her lawyer, I apologize, I forget his name. He was a really good man. He was really persistent of what he wanted to do with the case and get them charged, you know, instead of a tap on the wrist. And I don't know how far it went, but then eventually it was unfortunate. Just you know, my mom passed away in 2013, and yeah, basically this whole like theater and this new way of us telling our story is carrying on that fight that my mom had, and put it into what we have, you know, put it into our tools, what we use through hip hop, through dance, through music, through art. So I think definitely, you know, we're going to carry that torch, you know, carry that fire, and put it into our theater show.
The work that you do is really important. It's not only for our youth, but also for the settler and the immigrants that exist here with us, coexist. They need to also hear our stories. Are they receptive to your work?
This new one, the new play that we'll be doing, I think it'll be very receptive. I think at first it's going to hurt a lot of people because the truth will be so blatant in front of them. But when they see the message at the end, there's a big twist to the end. We didn't want to like portray anything negative. We really want to heal like our community. And we both are very street smart, and we're both tuning into our traditional frequency, and we're trying to like incorporate that with the message. And this theater, I would like to see like the one theater that we're working on, like, which is like, not to like talk about it for too much, but it's a really sensitive topic within our community. It's nothing new either. Like, it's called the Starlight Tours, and we're gonna really put a different twist on this story, and we're actually going to show it in a way where it can heal both sides. Because we know, like, as people, as humans, like, you get put in a situation, and unfortunately a lot of us, when you get in looking for ways to support our family, sometimes we get a job that not necessarily has the most moral choices that are correct, and some people have to sacrifice what they believe in order for them to bring a paycheck home, and we understand that. So we want to show it like there's always an opportunity for you to go and do the right thing. And that's what we're focusing on in this theater. It's about doing the right thing. It's not about emphasizing on what the actual Starlight Tours is. We are going to definitely emphasize on it, but that's not going to be the sole message. There's always a bigger message with us. And I think that's one thing that's really cool about what we're doing right now is we're both having the same ideas. Like, we're parallel together, and we're just like, you know, we're already thinking of what each other's thinking of. So it's really easy to create these stories that we're doing right now.
So how do you go from like being hip hop, graffiti artists, to theatrical plays with political messages?
I think it's always been there. It's like our ancestors and elders have held that power. And we're just truly trying to tune into it. Like, I don't really try to, I've just been on this tip where I want to be traditional, and I don't consider myself, I don't, you know, claim that status. I look at ourselves as outlaws, because we're just trying to get on that path, and we're doing what we learned from our peers. And a lot of our peers were street people. And at the same time, in that mix, we learned through our elders, though, too. So we're just taking both worlds and taking those teachings on how to survive, you know, because there's a lot of things out there that can distract you and get you out of tune of your frequency. So we're just here trying to really keep that fire burning and just be those fire keepers.
Dance to restore.
The reason why it's so important to give back is because while you're growing up, all you're doing is taking, you know? And that's what I did my whole life. I've been taking my whole life. I've been taking from teachings. I've been taking from experiences. I've been taking from lessons, and I've been taking from life. I've been taking from the energy, the Mother Earth and Father Sky, and I've been paying attention to those things. And I've realized that in order for me to live in harmony, I have to create balance. And one of the parts of creating balance is giving back, letting go of everything that you have to share it. You know, like, I don't like the word teacher, but I like sharer, if that's a word or not. But if you can be a really good sharer, then you're doing really well. You're doing positive.
I was definitely been blessed with a lot of opportunities just from people who believed in what they saw, what I believed in through my music and dance. It's always been part of my life since I was a kid. My mom definitely was a big, responsibility of why I do what I do.
And you two have sort of created this fusion between grass dance moves and break dance moves, and
Absolutely.
You can see it. And
we're working on it right now. It's still developed. It's in its infancy stage. Like, we're calling it grass rock. It's a combination of a traditional New York style of breaking and dancing, like up rocking, top rocking, and then our styles of grass dancing. And me and him have completely different grass dance steps. Like, I'm crow hopping all over the place, and this Nate is got a bear style to him, So it's pretty dope how we're just totally different styles, but we feed off each other because of it.
why is bringing these two together, this really historical grass dance and contemporary break, why is this important that you're bringing them together? Or are you breaking cultural rules? Should you even be doing this?
Oh, man.
Let's talk about Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine.
Oh, man. Okay,
Now, before anybody, mistakes the person we're talking about, it's not the Wolverine off X-Men. This is like
the real Wolverine. From the mountains, traditional native Wolverine. I forgot the brother's real name, but he addressed himself and he introduced himself to us as Wolverine. He was upset with us because we weren't doing anything traditional, and we were out there fusing our styles. We were doing intertribal, and then we were doing our grass dancing songs as well, and we were just mixing it up too much. And he kind of let us know, what we're supposed to be doing, the appropriate way to honor. And I think that's the wake-up call we got, is when we're grass dancing, we want to keep it really traditional, because in that ceremony, you need to have those steps. You need to keep those steps. And it's okay to try to be creative and add your style to it, your personality to it, but it's not in his perspective, it's not appropriate to change the dance completely. So I think that's what we're doing right now with our b-boying. For us, there's always been a big connection with tradition, with powwow dancing and breaking and b-boying. Hip hop has been connected to us from the beginning. Hip hop did not start in 1973. Hip hop has been on this earth as a spirit for thousands and thousands of years. That's been in all of our communities, and it got taken away from us. And fortunately, the Creator gave us New York City and a very oppressed people that were living there, in order for them to create this dance for us to all have worldwide. So it's very well connected, and I think the hip hop is the area where we could add ourselves and we can mix in our culture. So that's where we can do our grass dancing update, our new style of grass dancing. We can make up our grass dancing and put it in hip hop. But in order for us to powwow dance, it's important for us to keep that really traditional. What keeps me grounded is knowing myself and knowing what I like in terms of messages, in terms of quality of production, in terms of just the whole kit of someone that has actual really strong lyrics. Someone that's Dr. Seuss technically was a rapper. You know what I mean? Anybody could rhyme cat, hat, and bat, but it takes a really intellectual person to be able to put metaphors that make you think deep and relate to you in ways that no one else can.
Oh, I see. Comparable graffiti.
How I keep myself grounded is holding events like Cypher Wild, because it's that essence of where hip hop began, like a block party bringing people together.
Cypher Wild, YEG, boom.
When I learned about the world of music and dance, expressing ourselves and using it as a tool, that's what really drawed me, was that tool to use to connect with other people that are like-minded like you, and just like I was saying, why I like sharing is because I was given opportunities to travel because of my dance, because I believed in my music, and just people around me. Just to name a name, to drop a name is Cliff Whitford. He really believed in what I did and what I still do. So he really helped me travel to places like Australia and meet other like-minded youth that want to use, music, dance, art, whatever medium that we have, like theater, telling jokes, whatever it may be, is to get our message across that way. Just engaging, finding new ways to engage.
So good for each other. Baby, we're good for each other. 'Cause now that we've found it, there's no way around it. 'Cause we're so good.